broadcast. I plan to do live broadcasting during my No Man's Sky, and that game comes out in about 2 weeks or less. But today it's going to be craps. Now, before I begin, I believe I need to change some options. I'd like to be able to see if people chat. I'm not sure how to do this, so I'm going to go into my broadcast settings. I'm going to go into advanced settings. And that wasn't it. View comments. Oh, I guess I could do that, but I was hoping to do it on screen. Not quite sure how to set that up. So anyway, I'm back on the air. I'm going to figure that out later, so I will not be able to see your comments. This will be very quick. I'm just testing the fact that I'm trying to live stream. My upload rate is roughly 3.5 to 4, which is good. I heard it should be 2 to 3. So let's see what we're going to do here. Well, I enjoy the Patrick system, and you can do a close to that here. So I will start. You put money on the pass and the don't pass. The only thing that can beat you in the come out roll, which is this roll now, is a 12. It's very unlikely. That's a break even because I have money on both. And the goal of this method right now at this moment is to get past the come out roll and get a point set. There's the first point. Now the white disc is on the 5, so now the 5 is the point. Odds are that a 7 is going to come up before a 5, so I'm going to put my odds on the don't pass. And what's the max I can put on here? Ooh, that's a little steep. I'll put 501 on. Now if a 7 comes up, I win. What that allows me to do... How much am I going to win? 501. And I'm putting it down at true odds, which is 3 to 2. Maybe I should put in 600. Let's take that bet down and put 600 up. Now at 3 to 2, that means I'd win 400. So I have 400 to play with. So I can put 150 on the 6 and the 8. So if they hit, I win money. If the 7 comes up, I lose those bets. But that's only $300. I'm still going to win 400 on the don't, on the odds. So really, the only thing that's going to hurt me right now is the 5 coming up. So this is one way to play, Patrick. I'm going to go ahead and just... Let's see what happens. There's the 6. So 175 bucks. Another 175. I'm actually gonna pull all my bets back. Boom, I'm back at a break-even point. I've got 350 in my pocket. I'd like to establish a 4 or a 10 at this point. Since the point is already established, I have to do it on the come or the don't come. Oh. Yeah, I was just looking at all the different numbers there, sorry. Got distracted. Alright, no 12. Break even. No 12. 8. Ugh. Alright, well I can get true free odds on that 8. It's 6-5. So if I bet 100, I'm going to win 120. If 7 comes up, I'll lose 100. I'll put 150 on that. So now the only thing that'll beat me is the 5 again, but only for 150, and I've already got that much in my pocket. Should have put another come and don't come and have that 10 working. Alright, there's the 7. So up the top middle it says you broke even. And that's fine because on my place bets earlier I'd won a lot of money. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to play a little bit more. I'm enjoying this. So the point is off. The black disc in the corner of the tables shows that. There's no point set. I'm trying to establish one now. That ain't going to do it. That's a break even. That's a lose on the pass and a win on the don't. Same thing. Some weird numbers coming up. But, you know, it's going to happen. 5. Not bad. Oh, did I forget to put my don't on there? Yikes. I actually have the 5 as a true 1-to-1. The odds are against me there. In real life, I could do a sort of look. I could buy the no 5. I could buy that the 5 won't come up again. But this game is not that detailed, unfortunately. So I'll just have to keep going, pretend that didn't happen, and hope that a 5 comes up before a 7. Let's see, I knew that. That's bad. That was a 200-point mistake. Should have quit while I was ahead. That's alright. Alrighty. 6. Yeah. It's not bad. I'm scared of the 6, though, to be honest. Out of all the points, that's the one most likely to come up again. That and the 8. So I'm just going to pretend like it didn't happen. Yeah, break even on all my bets. Now in the video game itself, on the upper right corner it said +1. Basically I get experience points. I'm sort of... so I'm actually gaining experience in the game just for breaking even, really. Get that point. I have the 5. I like the 5. It's not as great as the 4, but I'll go ahead and I'm gonna go a little wild. Let's put 1,200 on it. So for every 3 I bet I win 2, 1,200, 400, 800. So I'm gonna go up 800 if I win there. Let's see. 800 if I win. I'm gonna put some money out here. $800 if a 7 comes up. Got a little bit there. Let's try to get hit on the 6 or the 8. All right, that paid 238. So I take down my bet. I take down my 5, even though it's really my favorite. I'm gonna take it down. And I've won 238, so now I can actually place $102 on each of these. Place bet. If I lose, I'll lose 204. I've already won 238. Basically, they're free bets coming to play for me. In the meantime, let's get another number working for me. Hopefully a 4 or a 10. Yeah, break even on those 2. Come and don't. Come and don't come is kind of like pass and don't pass, but it's just used for when there's already a point set. 7. Well, like I said, I lost 204, but I'd already won 238, so it's not that bad a deal. I'm ahead on the overall run there. That break even. Win on pass, lose on don't. Again, if there's anybody watching the stream, it's only because I have the comments turned off. Wasn't sure how to turn them on, so I can't see what you're saying at the moment. But I appreciate if you're watching. And if you're watching later on just a YouTube video, that's cool too. Craps is a very fast way to make or lose money very quickly. I personally like Patrick. I've used it very effectively in the past. The 6, huh? Let's sit on that for a while and try to get a better number. Because overall I'm a don't better. What that means is I like to root for the numbers not to come up, for the 7 to come up. I want to play with the house, basically. I feel like the house, is going to win more often. 7s are more likely to come up than 4s. So that's my general perspective. When you're in real life playing at the table, people generally hate you. I don't really care. They want the numbers to come up, and I'm betting against them, basically. Don't take it personally, I'm going to ignore that. That's a break even. Oh, gotta use pass now. There we go. I love the 10. 10 is just magical. Let's go ahead and max the 10 out. 1200, 2 to 1 true, so I'll win 600 if I win. Now I don't want to lose that 1200. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bet 10 the hard way as a hedge, and I'll put 200 on it. So what that means is if the 7 the hard way hits, if 10 rolls 5-5, I'll win 1400, but I lose my 1200 on the don't pass odds. So I win money. If the 7 comes up, I win 1200 on the pass odds and lose 200 here. I win money. So what that does is it effectively eliminates the 5-5 as a losing option for me. So now instead of having the 6-4, the 4-6, and the 5-5 come up as a loser, I only have 2 ways to lose instead of 3. I'm making money with the 5-5. And of course, I'm making money with the 7. I want that 7 to come up now. So, I win 200 if that happens. I win 1,000 if that happens. Let's think about that 200 for a minute. Since the least, I'm pretty much covered in any event except the 6-4 and the 4-6. I'm going to go ahead and use that little advantage I have there in case a 7 comes up. Or whatever, to put a don't come out there. So I can get maybe a 4 established too. Oh, see, now 2's a winner on the don't. So I just won 200 bucks right there. I'll take that. 6, nah. So now I have a don't 6 there, and I don't like the don't 6. It pays, even, which is fine. But what I can do to hedge that, because I don't really like betting against the 6, even though the odds are slightly in my favor, I'm going to neutralize it. So I'm going to put, I got 200 there. I'm going to put 200 place bet. 204, no. 198. I'll go ahead and place 192. Now, what's that going to do? Well, if that hits, I get 7 to 6. I win more than $200. So if the 6 comes up, I win money on that 6 overall bet. If the 7 comes up, I win 200. I lose 192. I win $8. So what I've done is I've effectively neutralized this as a losing option. I win or I win. That is one way you can hedge yourself because the bet of place is different. Oh, apparently I took too long. Let's roll it out. An 8. I think there's another player at the table with me. I'm going to put 200 more out there. Alright, I readied up. So I think I have to wait for my real life other player at the table to ready up. Then I can hit extra roll. Hopefully there's a time limit there, yeah. 7. Okay, let's see how it works out. Top, middle. Overall, 1208. But, oh, they're gone. So I'm going to keep playing. Let's establish a point. You can also put a little money on the 12 here to offset that loss, or horn bet or whatever, but I'm going to risk it. It's like a 1 out of 36 chance I'd roll a 12. 11, that's scary. It's neutral, but scary. Basically, by neutralizing the 12 over there, you can't lose big, but you automatically lose small unless the 12 hits. And I'd rather just, at this point, keep it straight. 7, that's neutral. Let's get that point set. 9, that's not too bad. It's not great. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bet 300. 300 to win 200. See, there's a little bit of math going on here. And since I got the 200 covered, I'm going to bet the 200 there. I'm just trying to get that 4 of the 10 at set there. 11, that's a loser on the don't. That is one of the ways you can actually lose on this little method. It's going to happen. Just like I won with the 2 or the 3 earlier, I lost with that 11. 6, ugh. I do not like that. So again, I'll do that bet of 192. Let's offset that 6. I'm going to leave the 9 working. I'm going to try to get that other number going. 6. All right, well, there we go. That happened. That's a $24 winner because I did this hedge. I'm doing it again. Whoops. And again, I just don't want the 9 to come up. 7. I'll take that. It's like $8 I won. And that's only because I had this bet, don't pass odds, offset my don't come bet. So that's one of the ways you can play this. Trying to establish points and such. You really don't have to play it that way. Another way you can do it is you can use the odds. Say at 1200 there at 3 to 2, so I'm winning 800. Now I have 800 to play with, so what I can do is I can actually bet that 800 all over the place. 100 there. 102. Whoops. Nope, I don't want to do that. I want the 4. And I want the no. Come on, you can do it. Hundred. I got about 500 up there. And I win roughly, what, 800? That's not bad. Let's go ahead and pull the trigger and hope that the 9 does not come up. I didn't have anything on come or don't come. That 12 only hurts me when it's pass or don't pass. Boom, there's one number I hit. It's $100, 119 to be exact. Let's replace that bet. Try to get 3 hits before I take him down. That's a second hit on one of the numbers. That paid 180. Let's go for the third hit. No 9, no 9. Neutral. 9. Yeah, that is the risk you take with that. That's a huge loss. 1200. Alright, let's take down these. Guess I got greedy. I should have went for 2 hits there, huh? 3 hits with maybe 4 and a 10. 2 hits with the that's another way to play the system. You use the don't odds to place bet stuff, but I don't really normally play that way, and that kind of proves why. I want to get that 4 and 10 set, hedge it with the hard way. That's really the goal. So let's try it right now. Let's go with this system. And by the way, there's no perfect system. It is gambling. House does have an edge. They will beat you over time. You just got to kind of do this to the best of your ability. Try to get a little not unlucky. Don't really need luck, you just need to not get unlucky. Alright. And that's 200 there. Two. Neutral. Anything but a 12 here is good. Neutral. This is considered what's called a grind. Grinding out money in small doses. 8. Don't like the 8. Four, I like. I like the 4. So this time, I'm going to go a little crazier. I'm going to max my odds at 1200, so I'd win 600. And at 1200, I could bet 200 here and basically win 1400. So now, if I hit, I'm going to win 400. If I lose, I lose a lot. But it's a 4, so the odds are slightly against it, and I've already hedged one of the ways. I am going to use a little bit of that 400 potential profit to place the 6 and the 8. Now I don't have to place the 8. I got a pass line bet there. So I can actually bet true free odds. 100, you know. It's true 6 to 5 odds. That's the real odds. Oh, that's a win. 198 bucks. Would have won more if I hadn't been going for that 6-8 right then. But as you can see, I just ground out a profit. So actually, that's it. I'm gonna call it. Let me leave the table. Got some XP here, as you can see. And if it wasn't for that one thing, I was just trying to show you how it works, I'd done a lot better. That 1200 loss was a little rough, but overall, it was a good time at the table. And I can come back and do that another time. So now I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to go to YouTube later, see if it works, see if you can see it. Is it smooth? Can you hear me? Alright, hope you liked it if you were watching. If not, hey, it's just a test for the No Man's Sky someday. Catch you later.